Afternoon, guys. This afternoon, just got a little bit of free time, so am hopping in, and I'm going to be casting one of the NTGL members' games. The NTGL member in this game is Johnny Tapas. He's over here on the purple team. They've just entered the game. We've got about a 2-minute timer before we can actually get into the spectate mode. So we're going to take a quick look at team comps. On the blue side, we see we've got a Trundle jungle, Tryndamere most likely going top, Nidalee likely mid, and then Varus and Nami in the bot lane. On the purple side, you got Zyra mid and Jace top, Zac jungle, then Quinn and Janna in the bot lane. Just taking a look here. Top lane wise, you've got Jace, who's got a lot of poke, versus Tryndamere, whose ult makes him unkillable for a few seconds. Jace does have the ignite to kind of counteract that if he gets in close. Jace does have the ability to get into melee range. Tryndamere probably puts out more raw damage. Jace has definitely got more utility. Mid lane, it's going to be a question of can Zyra land her snares versus can Nidalee land her spears. The spears are definitely more damaging than anything Zyra can throw out there. Again, Zyra's got more utility, while Nidalee probably has the damage advantage. Jungle-wise, Trundle, probably strong on the early game. Zac turns into a late game monster, though, and has that odd ability to die but not die with his passive. ADCs, Varus versus Quinn. I actually like Quinn. Everything about Quinn except for her ult. Quinn's ult is horrible. Everything about her is awesome. She'll put out a ton of damage in a really short space of time. It makes her a very good duelist. Varus is probably the more traditional AD carry, where you're going to have the sustained high damage auto attacks with a few spells to back it up. Support-wise, Janna's got better disengage with her tornadoes on a much lower cooldown than Nami's Aqua Prison, but Nami's Aqua Prison is very useful for engaging a fight because it'll hold someone in place for almost 2 seconds. So, we see Nami's actually taking Ignite. That's odd to see on a support. Mainly, I'm guessing because Varus has Barrier, whereas Janna has Exhaust. Try to help everyone get away. So, with that 3-minute cooldown having just expired, we're going to hit the loading screen here in just a second. Maybe, if my computer doesn't break. So again, I mean, the support battle is going to be kind of odd. Overall, I think the blue side probably has just more raw damage than the purple team, but the pure utility and absolutely godly disengage capability on purple team should keep the team fights fairly even, if not in their favor. I think the real matchups to watch for is, can Jace keep from feeding Tryndamere early game and make Tryndamere suffer through that mid game lull where he doesn't quite do as much damage, and can the purple team take advantage of that? So I think the matchup to really pay attention here is going to be that top lane Tryndamere versus Jace. Can Jace get the farm while staying far enough away from Tryndamere to not die? Both junglers have fairly good ganking abilities. Trundle's got the attack speed and attack or movement speed increase area that also increases attack speed, stats, and whatnot, and his pillar to interrupt people trying to run away. Zac has the nice ability to slingshot across the map and come from very unpredictable angles. So both are going to be able to gank well. The mid lanes, that is going to be a skill matchup. Who can land their skill shots? The bot lane, I'm not quite sure what to make of the bot lane. My initial thought is that Quinn should be able to put out some damage early, but as the game wears on, I think Varus definitely scales better and has a usable ult, whereas Quinn's is best for probably running away or catching up to that last member who's trying to escape. But it's not all that useful in a team fight. So I'll be curious to see how that goes, but Again, I think the big lane to matchup or big matchup that will probably go the furthest to deciding this match is going to be the Tryndamere Jace matchup. Looks like just about everyone's loaded in. Oh, got another 5 or 10 seconds or so before Tryndamere gets fully loaded. Oh well, it may take a little bit longer than I expect. If anyone's out there has some questions or anything they'd like to see, now's a great time to ask. We're going to have a little bit of downtime as Tryndamere's toaster finishes toasting up its bread, and we actually get into this game. Again, we are watching a game with one of the members of the NTGL League. That's Johnny Top is playing as Jana in the purple side. So we'll probably keep an eye there a little bit more just to see how that works out. If you're interested in joining the Newbie Tuesday Gaming League, there's a link for it at the bottom of this stream. Come join us. If you're new, we'll teach you. If you're experienced, we'll gladly let you teach others. So, finally, out of the loading screen, and we will see the initial item buys. On the purple side, we see Zyra starting off Doran's Ring. With Doran's Ring's cost dropping, it's seeing a kind of a resurgence in popularity because you can actually get some health potions to go along with it to help your sustain. Purple team does finish all their buys first and will be the first out of the base. Jace picking up Fairy Charm and a bunch of potions, probably looking to have mana sustain because some of his skills are fairly mana intensive. The rest of the starts, fairly standard starts. Standard machete for the jungler, boots and potions for Quinn, who has to get in. You need that sustain. And Janna taking the standard support. Health potions, wards, biscuits. Fairy Charm over Health Charm because Janna will use a lot more mana than some other supports. On the blue side, two people may not have connected, and we'll put them in an early hole. Wow. So much for my top lane is going to be important. Tryndamere is not even connected to the game. So, we've got that going on. Nidalee also hasn't connected, so it looks like it might be a 5v3. And if that is prolonged, this will be a very short game indeed. Taking a look at Zach, he has not picked a skill yet. But all of Purple Team is gathering up around the blue buff. Going to take that down quickly. Nidalee's now in the game and has picked up Fairy Charm and Potions. So that's going to help there. Tryndamere, still not here. Must not have connected. Baking that bread is too OP. I've seen some early wards going down, trying to establish that early burst control. No real poke coming out from either side. As soon as I say that, Varus loses a fifth of its health. Almost a nice Aqua Prison by Nami there. Almost catches Quinn out. Varus' Q, though, definitely poking down on Quinn. Janna's shield is going to help out there some, help absorb some of that damage. Trundle has had to go from being a top laner to or from a jungler to a top laner. That actually helps Jace out quite a bit. Trundle is far less scary to Jace than Tryndamere is. And then Zach's coming in saying, oh, one of his summoner spells is Smite. That has absolutely no benefit in lane. Let's take advantage of that and go for an early game. So there's the slingshot in. Slows, knockups. Trundle's trying to use attack speed to get away. Chase throws an acceleration gate. Ignite goes down. That gives first blood over to Zac, actually making the final hit. And just as first blood goes down, Tryndamere comes in and says, "Hey, what did I miss?" So, with that, Jungler is going to be far behind and is definitely going to give the early advantage to the purple side. You can see farming going down in bot lane, fairly even farm. And then Pink Ward into the bush, going to give Janna the ability to remove that vision, make it clear for Zac to make a pass down into the bot lane now, hopefully. The downside is Nami has a Pink Ward as well, and can just go pink to pink if Varus actually makes the push up. You can see a lot of damage going there onto Quinn, and with that, Nami does go up and drop the Pink Ward, and vision of that important river bush goes back to the blue side. The heals from Nami coming out, keeping everyone topped off on health. And with that, I mean, with Quinn having to be a little bit less aggressive now because of the health differential, Varus is starting to farm up just a little bit more, but still nothing too drastic at this point. Mid lane, I apologize for that. You can see we've got Zyra a little bit ahead of Nidalee, and pushing into that tower is going to get some early tower damage down, but right as she goes, we're going to have Trundle come in, and with that, Zyra is forced to burn her flash to escape, but doesn't take any damage, is completely out of mana. Janna looks like she wanted to go back to base, but can't as they're pushing back into that bot tower again. Zyra's throwing down a little bit of damage onto Trundle. Trundle isn't caring because he'll absorb it all back. Lots of damage from that plant going on. Trundle not getting rid of that plant's resulting in a lot of damage for him. Janna finally does go back and is probably looking to pick up a Philosopher's Stone, or... Yep, there's the Philosopher's Stone. Because of that, won't be coming back with any wards, though. So no warding there, but the important ward area is controlled by Pink Ward, and as hard as that bot lane's pushing, no real problem there. Top lane, Tryndamere and Jace getting in at it. Tryndamere, despite being 2 levels behind, still actually able to fight, and that just goes to show how powerful he is. Oh, the nice shot acceleration got shot, and Zac's slingshot means Zac picks up another kill in top lane, this time on Tryndamere. Tryndamere is going to be even further behind. Jace is going to push that tower. And really, the top 2 lanes for purple side are really pushing the towers into the blue side. The exact opposite's going on down in bot lane. Zac is focused on that top lane, trying to build that advantage up. Oh, and with that, the acceleration get already out. Trundle teleports in. That may be some trouble for Jace. Jace gets dropped down to 100 health, but he is going to be able to escape. You can see now that mid lane's pushing back into Zyra, and the bot lane is now pushing back towards the blue side. Jace down to 100 health. Barrier comes out and saves his life. Without that barrier, Varus is dead. Nidalee trying to take advantage of the attack speed booster heal gives her to keep the pressure on and keep her health up. Those spears, though, keep hitting minions, which means the damage isn't really coming out. At least not onto Zyra. Oh, we see Zac trying to steal the blue. Does succeed in stealing the blue and might pick up a kill here. Let's Bounce goes down. The Bounce dropping Trundle to 100 health. Gets him down to about 50. Jace chasing Tryndamere. Using the speed to get away, but gets slowed. Gets ignited. And Tryndamere doing a very good job from coming from behind to get back into this fight. He's going to put some damage on that tower. Meanwhile, Zac actually does pick up the kill on Trundle. Probably using Slingshot to get there. But now, we've got the cell division going down. Nidalee trying to prevent that resurrection. It's not going to matter though, because 4 members of the purple team converge on Nidalee and take her out. So does pop the passive, does not get credit for a kill. While Tryndamere says, "Hey, I've done my job. I'm throwing some damage on that tower, and Jace has still got quite a ways to go to get back to lane." Quinn finds Varus alone in the bush and could have 1v1'd him, but Zyra and Janna come in for the support anyway, and Zyra does get an assist. We see now a fair amount of damage going down from Jace, but his cooldowns are all spent. I'll have to wait for all the cooldowns to tick over again. Zyra almost completely out of mana, is going back to base. Zach calling for her to go to the blue. Janna, go ahead and using her ultimate, even though there's not a fight in progress, just to get the heals onto Quinn, so that Quinn feels safe enough to continue pushing into that turret. Fair amount of damage going on to Tryndamere, but Tryndamere's got that heal that happens over and over again. And with that, staying in lane for fairly long despite his early disadvantage. Trundle now ganking in bot lane. The first gank we've had bot lane. And Trundle using his ultimate to steal the damage and health of Quinn. Varus' ult comes out, stuns people in place, everyone gets stunned. Zach trying to come in, but gets caught up in the Aqua Prison, and with that, the counter gank is thwarted, and it's now going to be 3 people trying to push down a tower, with just Janna and Zach to defend. Zyra looks to maybe be coming in, or maybe going for the blue, and this is just going to solo the blue. We see the knockaway keeping Jace alive. Blue goes over to Zyra, so that's successful. And Zach now going back to help. He's going to slingshot in, most likely. Here comes the slingshot, lands, and lets bounce goes off. That's 1 kill. Lots of slows going down. I don't see any way that Nami uses her ult, slows everyone down, flashes out, and will escape. So nice use of the ult to allow Trundle and Nami to escape. Not too much can be done with Varus with Zac landing directly on top of him. With that, Janna's going back and buying. We'll be picking up some wards here most likely. Does have some assist her name. Oh, it's not going for the standard support build. It's going double gold per 10 as pick up Cage's lucky pick and a single ward. So definitely going for gold generation. The AP actually does help out quite a bit. Makes that shield more potent. Nice job landing the snare just outside of turret range so the turret didn't change focus by Zyra there. That will mean she's able to get that poke down. Aqua Prison catches up Zac there and thwarts any gank there. Still 3 members bot. Zac walking away, and looks like Trundle's teleporting back. Zyra does, I believe, have her ult available, but just doesn't have the mana to really follow up with anything. Top lane, we see Jace taking advantage of his range to keep ahead in the CS, but Tryndamere, despite being gone for those first couple levels, is doing a fairly admirable job of catching back up. Has the Arvis Blade, which will help his gold generation as well. So, a nice job trying to get back in the fight. The knockaways, though, just really keep... Trundle keeps spinning in, and then Jace keeps knocking away, so Tryndamere is not able to stick around in the fights all that well. He's got to find a way to engage without using the spin. We see a nice double passive burst from Quinn go down to Varus, which is almost immediately negated by Nami's heal. With that, we've got quite a bit of damage going on to Janna there. Nami has moved up, and Quinn wanted to go for Nami. Is going to get caught out, though, by Trundle. And now it's a 3v2 with the ADC almost dead. Is not going to pick up the kill on Nami and will die. Janna will likely soon follow. And that's going to be a nice turnaround. Nami looks almost dead. Ult goes down to stun. And the damage comes out. And that finishes off that double kill in bot lane. We see both top laners are now at level 9. And... excuse me. Zac is there now, though, and looks to be making a pressure play. Tryndamere does have his ult available, so even if they get him low, they're not going to be able to kill him. There goes the ultimate. He is not going to die. Trundle comes in. Alright, there the ultimate finishes off, though. Zac does pick up the kill. Jay's still... does have one kill to his credit. While that fight's going on, though, bot tower takes a lot of damage for the purple side. On a teleport coming in, Zyra teleporting in, throws down the snare and just misses. The uproot goes, does manage to get the knock-up. Not going to be enough damage to pick up the kill, though. The slow comes in, and they're going to try and reverse it. But instead, just back off, content to not die. So, nice job by Zyra. If she had landed those roots, that would have been a lot different fight. We see some more wards going down for the purple side. Warding up that river bush, putting wards in front of Dragon. That whole river's warded. Anyone from the blue side enters, purple's going to see it. Going ahead and using her vault to get some extra damage down. It won't matter too much because Nami will continue to just heal it. Zac is at their blue. Has been pinged out by the... been pinged out, but is going to steal the blue successfully. And Trundle is telling Nidalee to be careful. Oh, it may not have been actually pinging Zac. May have just been pinging, hey, let's go for blue. And they don't know that the blue's not there. So, no blue for Nidalee. Nice job by Zac getting away with that steal. Quinn does pick up the kill on Nami, so the heal's gone. So any damage they can land here in the next little bit will stick on Varus. We see Zyra going to take their blue, or purple side blue. Jace gets caught out 2v1. I don't see any way that he escapes from this successfully. And they are able to get the kills. Tryndamere gets it. Trundle picks up the assist. First tower, though, despite all the damage going on to the purple side bot tower, purple's the first one to take a tower in that bot lane. So the tower's down. The retaliation might come soon. But in top lane, Trundle and Tryndamere are going to keep pushing on that tower too. Both have fairly high attack speed. That tower will fall. No teleport available for it to prevent that. We see Nidalee pushing mid lane. Zyra and Zac maybe looking to make a play top. But if they do that, they're going to potentially sacrifice that mid tower. Except Nidalee decides, no, I'm going to come help Tryndamere. Alright, the ultimate is burned. It's got a fairly short cooldown, though. So, Tryndamere is quite happy to burn that and escape unharmed. Well, not unharmed, but undead. Unkilled. Whichever. Spear comes in, not doing much damage. Zyra has started with an Abyssal Scepter to give her the magic resist to ignore the damage from those spears. Now we have a fight going in bot lane. Quinn and Varus trying to 1v1. Shield coming in, but Nidalee comes in, turns it into a 3v2. Aqua Prison knocks them both up. And Quinn goes down. Janna follows quickly. Zyra's going to try to clean it up, but doesn't have her ultimate available. So without that knockup, the damage is just going to be there. Nami's going to be able to keep Nidalee alive. Jay's coming in now late into the fight. Does pick up the one kill, but that makes it a 1-for-3 trade. Now it's a 2-for-3 trade, but now Trundle is chasing Jace. The knockback might keep him alive. Tryndamere is coming up the river, which is no longer warded, and decides to pull off and is checking the purple side blue buff. We see both junglers taking some CS in a couple of the lanes. Zach is actually going to put some damage on the turret, see if they can't take the top turret while all the action was going on bot. You see bot lanes are turning for both sides, back at full health now. Gold-wise, purple team's got a 3,000 gold lead. Item-wise, Quinn looks like has the advantage, has a completed Bloodthirster already, as well as that Arvis Blade to help gold generation, whereas Varus has only got the components of the Bloodthirster. I see Quinn trying to use her ult to catch up, does finish the ult to get the AoE damage down, but Trundle's just so tanky, not going to be able to do that, and they're fighting in between towers. Zyra's ult goes up, gets a knock-up. Trundle's still going to escape with 100 health. Trundle's just that tanky. But tower will fall. And with the tower falling, both teams converging mid, except for Tryndamere, the latecomer to the game, is split pushing. And so the entire purple team now leaves their pursuits mid and is heading towards Tryndamere top. And you see purple's going to try to entrap him. We'll have slows, we'll have stuns. Just missed with the roots. Isn't going to get the slow. Tryndamere spins, gets away. Teleport coming in from Trundle. And Tryndamere gets away cleanly. And now the fight is in top lane. Oh, it's a full 5v5 getting ready to throw down here. Alka Prison goes out, misses completely. Spear does do quite a bit of damage though to Quinn. Janna runs over a trap. No hiding in the bush for her. Trundle's now trying to initiate. Nami sends out her ult to slow everyone down. But took just a little bit too long to get into the fight for blue team. They've got the one kill. Zach does subdivide, will die. The rest of the team is pulled back and is focusing on Tryndamere, whose ult is not available, but they're not able to get the kill in, so it ends up being just a 1-for-1. Purple team is very low though, except for Zyra. And Jace, nice accelerated shot to take out Nami. Don't think they're quite expecting the range on that, and Nami gets knocked out of the fight. Zyra, the one person at reasonable health, trying to keep pushing, ends up being a 2-for-1, I think, or 1-for-2 for purple team by the time it's all said and done. But the Q's coming in, Tryndamere comes in and cleans up the kill. It's going to get 2 more, so now it's 2-for-3 in favor of blue.
Blue team double kill.
And they're pinging for that tower. Zach trying to get in to hold the tower, but he doesn't want to hold it 1v1 against an ADC in Varus and essentially an ADC in Tryndamere. But both of them do back off away from Zach. Neither one deal with the tankiness. And slowly things go back to a balanced state. The quick look at the item builds here. Nidalee has built Manamune. He's going for a high mana build here, kind of like what you'd see on a Rise, actually. We'll still get some damage on her Qs, hoping that will max out, and then her attack damage will go through the roof, giving her some many use. Zyra's ultimate goes down, knocks up almost the entire team. Jace is here. Tower is going to fall, though, and no kill's going to come out of it. Alright, Trin uses his ult. With the whole 5 people chasing him, though, there's no way he survives. So, do trade a turret for a kill. Not the best of trades, but I don't know that there's anything that could have made that turret survive. Looking back at item builds, Zyra's got the magic resist and has built Chalice and some Doran's rings. mana generation without having to have blue. Jace built some armor and Sunfire Cape. Also has a Tear of the Goddess that is about half stacked. Tryndamere, Blade of the Ruined King, and Static Shiv. Lots of movement speed, attack speed, and crit strike. Just trying to throw down as many attacks in as short a time as possible. That's what Trind's good for. Makes him a very deadly split pusher. We see blue team's trying for dragon. Purple team knows about it. And they are gathered together. They are going to get in there. They won't probably be able to steal the dragon. I am wrong. Zach comes in and does smite the dragon away at the last second. And now it's a 5v3 in the dragon pit. Purple team picks up a double kill while the other two team members go away and Jace and Nid fight away in the top lane. Nice job by Zach going in, smiting that dragon away at the last possible second. Tryndamere wants the red buff. Purple team's denying everything they can right now while they've got the opportunity. They've definitely got the man advantage for another 10 seconds. And we see Jace throwing some damage on Nidalee. Nidalee heals up a little bit and backs away. Alright, and the rest of the purple team now all gathering here in the top lane. Going to try to get that top turret down, it looks like. Even if they just have to have someone tank it. Blue team's trying to respond. Nidalee jumps into the middle of a fight and then flashes away. Does escape with her life, but does give up the turret. But it was a 4v1. There's no way to save a turret in that situation. Trundles gets knocked back into the rest of the team by Jace. Jace does not die. I think that's a 1v1 or a less than 100 health walk away. The turret just barely surviving. Oh, that must have been with less than 25 health. Tryndamere surviving with the last second use of his Q as his ult expires. Putting quite a bit of damage on that turret, but still decent play all around by both teams there. Finally picking up that top turret in mid lane. Pushing a second tier turret in response by the blue team. Very good play. Nice call and response. And now as the purple team tries to get reset, blue team is going to go and make another push on that top turret. The accelerated shot comes out and puts some nice damage on to Nidalee. Got to wait a little while for it to go in with those recent Jace nerf comes in. Not every shot can go through that acceleration gate. Now they know where it is. And what was going to be a 2v1 turns into a 2v2. Queen using that ult to get in range. Now it's a 3v1 as Nidalee goes down and Zac joins the party. Jace does die, but still a 1-for-2 trade. Blue team trying to surrender. Most of the team says, no, we've got this. And they're not that far behind. It's a 5,000 gold differential. Item-wise, fairly standard builds across the board. Varus picking up the Hurricane for the AoE damage he can throw out. While Quinn looks to be building... Oh, a fail flash by Janna there. That's unfortunate. Uses the Monsoon to knock her back. And then Quinn comes in and throws a little damage, runs back, lures him to Zyra. I think that pillar hurt almost as much as helped, but the fight going down now, Janna dies, so the two supports trade off, but then Trundle finally dies. Nice job by the purple team, essentially just dragging a fight out until they get into the position they wanted. Janna using Monsoon knocks Tryndamere away. Quinn comes in, acts like she wants to fight, then acts like she's scared to lure Tryndamere back into Zyra, who roots her. And then that pillar, like I said, seemed to almost cause as much hindrance to Tryndamere as it did help to keep the rest of the team there for Blue to come in. But in the end, Tryndamere does escape, whereas Trundle ends up giving his life. Most people, though, would say that if you had to lose one at this stage in the game, you'd much rather have Trundle die rather than Tryndamere. Let Tryndamere continue trying to get in the position to split push. We see Nidalee is almost caught in between people. And now Nidalee looks like she maybe wanted to turn this into a fight somehow. We'll be able to land a fairly easy spear. Uses Cougar Form to jump onto Zyra. The root comes in, and now Quinn's going to make up the rest of the damage. And Zyra will escapes with under 100 health. Do give up a tower, but Zyra does escape with her life. So, again, trading another kill for a tower. Nice use, comboing Pillar and the Aqua Prison to make sure the Aqua Prison lands. Jace dies, Trundle dies, another 1-for-1 trade. And Tryndamere and someone are coming from behind. I can't tell. It looks like Varus. Quinn is still there. And Quinn walks right into them, not paying attention to the escape, the runaway pings. And that's a fairly easy kill for the blue team to pick up. Purple team pinged that several times saying, run, run, to get out of there. This is not the way to go. Abort ceased. And Quinn says, no, I'm awesome, I'll keep going, and pays the price. Blue team pinging out that top tower. That looks like it's going to be their next target. It's only got a few hundred health. Even if Zac defends it, I don't know how they're going to keep it alive. Good thing is there's no minions nearby. Alright, we see the knockup comes in. And instead of going for the turret, they're going to try to get some kills going. Tryndamere using that ult to escape again. And Riptide comes out. Zac slingshots over it and manages to set up a double kill by Purple, and then another kill away from the main action means that it ends up being just a 1-for-3 trade. It's a very good trade, but Nidalee pushing the bot tower now, and looks to be getting that tower before the Purple team can get there. So towers now well in favor of the Purple side, even though the gold is in favor of towers in favor of the blue side, even though gold is in favor of Purple. Looks like blue team's going to back off just a little bit, get things set up. Purple team's going to farm out, clear out the towers as best they can. And so we're going to take a quick look at the items again here. Tryndamere went for Blade of the Ruined King and Static Shift. Now is building an Infinity Edge, has all the components. He's just a tiny bit of gold to finish that off. Nidalee has got completed Mura Mana and an Iceborne Gauntlet, and is building a second tier of the Goddess. I do not know what this build is. This is something weird. I'm not even sure. With the Blaster Rod, I'm guessing is looking for the not the Seraph's staff. That's the one that gives the shield. Archangel staff gives a lot of AP based on mana. That's got to be what the target is. I don't know how you're going to build two tiers though in a single game with the nerfs it's received. Zyra gets cut out, and that's a death. Lots of damage going down. There is no escape for that. We see the blue team just gathering up, moving around as a full unit. And what we see is that, I mean, that top lane that looked like it was going to have such an easy time because Tryndamere wasn't there. Jace got a couple of extra assists early. Ends up not particularly being all that easy as Tryndamere just comes in and wrecks face. Tryndamere's definitely got the gold he needs now to finish off the Infinity Edge. Once that happens, I mean, he could just walk into a team and just start cleaving people. But the only thing you'd want to see after this point is maybe something like a Ravenous Hydra or something, so you can literally cleave the entire team at once. We see some poke going out, trying to get some vision. Purple team doesn't have all that much vision. Trying to figure out where the blue team is. Blue team's making sure all the lanes push fairly evenly. Well, mostly evenly. Nidalee just says, I'll go take the turret myself. And so we see a lot of this going down and trying to push multiple lanes at once, making it so purple has to split up to defend and you don't get a 5v5 fight. It seems like when it's a full 5v5, purple team has decidedly had the advantage. But in these skirmishes where it's not quite so balanced a fight, blue teams definitely had the better counterplay. So, the purple team's got to be looking for those team fights at this point. Got to group up. You can't have people splitting off. Blue team's trying to force that split by pushing all the lanes. But so far, no inhibitors down, so it's not the worst of positions for them. Don't have to worry about minions doing the pushing for them. Let's see, purple team's finally grouped up, and because of that, it's going to get quite a bit of damage down onto the turret. Knockup from Zyra going down means they get the kill on Varus, and turret down, so that's the first second tier turret down on the blue side. And the poke coming in. Alright, so we see pillars coming out, trying to disengage. Blue team desperately trying to clear out the minions so there's not a easy push on the tower. The root goes in on Trundle, but that's not a target you want to engage on. It's just too tanky. And the purple side backs off, seeing if enough damage can come out. That Iceborne Gauntlet proving effective on Nidalee as she leaps in Cougar form to slow someone so that she can finish off the kill without them escaping. So that's actually proving fairly effective. With the death, though, purple team is trying to say, let's back off. Let's defend our turrets again, and once Jason's back up, we'll go back on the offensive. Purple team's taking the time to farm up a little bit. We see some items finishing off here. Trendemir's just bought boots. He's going for the attack speed Berserker Greaves, but has just bought boots at 36 minutes. It's completely Infinity Edge. We see a Baron attempt going down now. Trendemir and Trundle, two of the attack speed kings. And now Varus joining the fight. Lots of attack speed going in. Quinn sees it going down. Not much Quinn can do, though. She's got no way of popping that wall. And she was going to dash in her bird form to kind of get that fight. Why would you engage when you know it's a 1v4? There's no way you're stealing that. Because of that, we got 2 kills going down. Janna is escaping. Zyra picks up a kill with her passive, though, finishing off Varus. That's a nice use of the passive there. Now we see lots of damage coming in, trying to escape. Iceborne Gauntlet's ready if he gets in melee range. Slingshot, trying to anticipate where it should go, misses, and now it's a chase. And blue team is completely happy with this chase. If they continue chasing, that means no pushback against the minions. And purple team's lost sight, doesn't have the wards in their jungle to see Nidalee has actually managed to escape. Although, they seem to ping it. And Quinn does not go and check that ping. And Zac is just a split second too late to see what's going on. So, Nidalee does successfully escape a full team chasing her. That's a nice job running. So we see Zac trying to exert a little bit of control over their jungle, pick up the buffs again. Quinn rebuilding her Bloodthirster. was going to 1v1 Nami. Actually, probably could have succeeded. The rest of the blue team was far enough away, but the purple team doesn't know that, and so call her off and she backs off. See, Jenna gets caught out, bringing Jace from behind, trying to attack from the side. There's one kill on blue team as Nidalee goes down quickly. Zyra is the second one down. Passive comes out. Quinn picks up the second kill, picks up a double kill. Now the blue team's in retreat as 3 members are dead. 4 members of purple are up. Again, those 5v5 team fights fully in favor of the purple team. But the skirmish is in favor of the blue team. So nice job forcing a oddly started 5v5 and cleaning up. That's probably going to result in a tower of some sort. There is a question of which one do we go to, though. Monsoon going out to keep everyone's health up long enough to finish off the tower. And now they're going on for an inhibitor. They've got 5-10 seconds or so before they have to start worrying about people resurrecting. If they try to go for another turret, though, that's going to be a bit greedy. Zach does take a turret on his own, so that's 2 turrets and an inhibitor because of that fight. Nice job of pushing the objectives and getting the advantage you need after you've won a team fight. With that, purple side minions all have the extra 100 health. They'll start pushing in the lanes themselves, while purple team can go back and reset and try to set up another fight. May not even wait for a 5v5. We've got a 2v2. Well, it was going to be like a 2v2, and then the rest of the blue team showed up and it ended up being a 5v2. No chance of everyone walking away, but only person that dies is the support, and that's not a of all the possible trades, that's not bad. We hear frantic pinging of back away, not sure who's calling for that, but now the team fight goes down and we see Tryndamere trying to use his ult to make sure he takes some with him. Does get the kill on Quinn, so no ADC. But it's 3v1 with who's left. Nami's not going to be able to hold that tower. And another tower is going to fall.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
It might actually be two towers that fall before the resurrection towers go down. They've still got 10 seconds till Trundle gets up. 20 seconds before any real damage comes up. And so that's 2 towers and an inhibitor again for another strong 5v5 fight. Jace trying to teleport out of their base. No one comes and stops him. Minions already pushing the base, and more health to the minions on the purple side. Blue team's going to be forced to just basically staying in their base for the time being. Even though they got that Baron, still weren't able to win a 5v5 fight, and that Baron buff, I think, is off every member now. And so we see Zach and Nidalee posturing over the dragon. Quinn comes in up and melts face. Nice job by Quinn melting face. Lots of pings over mech saying, don't worry about the dragon, you don't need it. Purple team ignores the pings and keeps going, grabs the dragon. They know they've got the 5v5 fight. They just got to be careful not to get caught out and be picked off one by one. Not sure how that Aqua Prison did hit. Tryndamere's the first one to engage. Riptide goes out. Tryndamere is did pick up a kill using his ult, so that's a 1-for-1. But Quinn picks up 2 kills. Is still alive, still has most of her health. Trundle's going down. That's going to be 3 kills. Varus split pushing on his own. Gonna try to make it a base race. Uh, they call back. Blue team's calling back for Varus to come back.
Purple team's
As long as
turret has
Varus
been
stays there, though, they
destroyed.
know we've got the base.
Blue team's
There's
turret
no way
has been
Varus can push
destroyed.
as strong as a five-man team. That is
Blue
going to be
team's turret
game.
has been
No one will
destroyed.
resurrect quickly enough to
Purple team's
stop
inhibitor
this
has been
Nexus from being destroyed.
destroyed.
And the purple team does pick up the win 43 minutes in. Um, Despite the massive kill differential, only about a 10,000 gold lead. Um, what we saw there is you had really great solo fighting skills. Uh, oh, this is just strange. But really good solo fighting skills between Nidalee, Tryndamere, Varus, yeah, even Trundle. All really good solo fighters. But you had great team fight composition between with Zyra at her roots and disengages, Jace with his pokes and disengages, Zac with the initiation, Quinn with the pure damage output, and then Janna with disengage, heals, knockups, and all the crowd control you could ever want a support really. So you had duelers versus team fighters. So long as there were duels, purple team was or blue team was coming out ahead. But as soon as team fights became the norm, there was no way they could get caught in team fights. Just did not have the composition to fight. I mean, so Tryndamere, I mean, being gone, despite being gone for like the first three levels of the game, not really hindered by it at all. Just goes to show how strong of a champion Tryndamere can be. But his team fighting skills are lacking. Tryndamere never really went and split pushed on his own. That's what Tryndamere is best at because he can escape those two-man defenses because, with his ult and the ability to spin over walls. But he kept trying to be a team fighter and initiator, and that's not really his strength. So, nice job by both teams. Definitely like the team comp on purple better. They do pull out the victory. Nice job to Johnny for doing the support thing. 4 deaths, 22 assists. Great stat line, great item buys. Has more AP than you typically see on your supports. Almost got 100 AP, which is kind of unusual. Nice bit of health. Has an Arvis blade. That wanted all the gold per 10 items. There's a cage picks inside that. Has the Arvis blade, that's more gold per 10. Has a second Philosopher's Stone for gold per 10. I was just trying to get as much gold as possible, I think. Um, that's very nice job by them. We'll go take a look at the final screen here. Maybe. Final stats, taking a look. Uh, Gold-wise, we see Quinn easily dominating the gold. Support-wise, just looking at that just because Johnny was doing such a good job. Got almost a 2,000 gold lead over Nami. The difference here, you see both have the Riddick Bulwark. Uh, Both have a second item in Locket of the Arn Solari versus the Morello Namicon. But a couple of extra items for the support and had a slightly earlier Sightstone. So, nice job there. Good job by Johnny. Nice job to the pro team. Congrats on that win. So, let's go and finish this cast. If you have enjoyed this, I try to do a couple of casts a week. Uh, if you enjoy seeing them, please follow the stream. There's a link for that somewhere. If you'd like to join the NTGL game, that's who Johnny Top is part of NTGL. It's a group dedicated to helping new players. Uh, New players come in, we teach them. Older players come in, we put them to work teaching the new players. So if you'd like to join us on either side of that bracket, if you're new and want to learn, or if you're old and you want to teach, great group to join. That link is at the bottom of the stream. Uh, Feel free to join that. If you're interested in shoutcasting, there is a group called the College of Casting. You can find them on Facebook. They're dedicated to helping people learn how to do shoutcasts like this, fairly similar to what you hear on the LCS. A lot of people a lot better than me. Great group to learn with. You can find them on Facebook by searching for College of Casting. With that, we're going to call it a break for now. Hope everyone had a good time. We'll see you next time.